It's the NFL on EA Sports. And front and center is Tucker Kraft. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And we're underway here in South Philly. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense, that is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turnovers. It's asking a lot. It's a big change from last week, but without it, I don't know if they can expect the results to ever change.
Third down, 3 to go. They motion the slot man left. Third and short. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up second and long. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll throw with Daniels. This one taken in by Odunze. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for an Eagles first down.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner. So that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up 1st and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down.
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll throw again. Dak. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. Here now, 3rd and 5. Slot man in motion left. On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive. So they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. On 1st down, Daniel. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. They get the former first-rounder out of Northwestern, Peter Skoronski. Here's Daniel. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Here's Michael Dixon now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down and 8. Pistol now for Prescott. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. On the play fake, and this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, He's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Got a man. That's Rasheed Rice. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Play action. Here's Daniels. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a toss, right side. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Taking off. He is in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Cowboys. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Prescott now. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long. Just understand. Contain the ball. Rally tackle. Just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They motion the slot man left. 2nd down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
First and 10. First carry for Gus Edwards. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A run out of the gun with Achane. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive will start on the ground, and that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Daniels. That's complete to Coleman. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And that'll move the sticks. 1st down, up to the 40.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
Now a run on first down. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. To the goal line and in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. Catch made right side by Thomas. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now a second down throw for Prescott. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he will score. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The extra point is good. And the Eagles are on the board. It's now 14-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Daniels now on first down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. they'll throw with Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. Here comes a return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On 2nd down, it's Dak. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Prescott. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. To the air again, Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Defense.
The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. This about as short as you can get. That one is good. And the Eagles are back within 4 at 14-10.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. From there, we'll stay in the AFC East as we jet down the coast to check on the Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jordan Travis leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. These 2 teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. it's Edwards. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Big Christian Wilkins, the one who brought him down. Throwing on second down, Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. He slams it in there, and he is in. Gus Edwards. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half.
The score, Cowboys 21, Eagles 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So now this team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Look wide, get this one complete, and he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
What an impressive play by this linebacker. I mean, Mike, back in the day, you would never see a linebacker take down a wide receiver in the open field like that, but these guys are tremendous athletes who can really hold their own in space, and he killed that play before it even had a chance to develop.
2nd down, Prescott. This pass is caught by Thomas. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Now a screen set up for Achane. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. In motion comes Thomas. On 3rd down, Prescott. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet At the end of the game, and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Open man, right side. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 3. And the Cowboys are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll play action. It's Prescott. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's taken in by Burks. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Philadelphia. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Again, Prescott to the air. That's taken in by Achane.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable at...
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
We can do this, offense!
From the shotgun, it's Dak. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The man in motion is Burks. A first down throw for Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go! Hey, I want to see your TD celebration.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the...
And he'll take it on in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They are looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on, as they're going to start this drive. 1st and 10. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And now here comes the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again, and he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Prescott again. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air again. Prescott. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
On play action. Here's Dak. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The ball comes out. But he'll gather it back in.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball. More bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, there's really 2 schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the 4th quarter, and a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's play smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what they almost did here. They put the ball in the air, tried to remain aggressive, and they're lucky it didn't come back to bite them.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players. And that's exactly what they did here. And they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
Again, working deep downfield. And the Cowboys will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.